Hello, droplets. So, um, right as I'm doing this, today is the 19th of November, and tomorrow is the Transgender Day of Remembrance for 2016. For those of you not in the know, I will leave a link down there. I'll explain everything, give you a full rundown. But a very quick review now is that in the 90s they came up with the idea that we, the transgender community, were losing a lot of people, and no one recognized that. We were an outside group. We are a very small group, so we don't have, especially at that time, any real way to make ourselves important, to make ourselves known or remembered. And we were losing a lot of people. And we still are. So they came up with the Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is for trans people, our families, our allies, and anyone who wants to work with or remember the number of people we lose each year. And the hope is that one day we won't need it. Right now we do. This year we lost 293 or so people across the world. I think about 24 were in the U.S. Many of these people were unknown. I think the highest numbers of reported deaths were in the U.S. and Brazil. I went to the, I don't know what the term would be, ceremony, morning, event, but I went to let's call it an event now. I went to the event, the commemoration maybe, of Transgender Day Remembrance yesterday. It's one for Columbus, Ohio. We listed the names. We spoke about how things are, and that things are tough right now. There's a lot of people who are assuming that with a move back to conservatism in politics, that conservatism means that you can't, that people who are not part of the standard shouldn't be around. I would argue that that's not what conservatism is. Thank you, phone. But that's what a lot of people see, and because of that, they're taking it. The real jerks amongst us are taking their opportunity to let it be known to that they don't like us and that they want us gone. And the big thing is we can't let that happen. We can't let these minor groups push us away or force us back into hiding or silence us. That's a very dangerous thing to happen. I mean, it's like especially now, we need to have a voice and to be out there. So, a quick review of my own experience with all this is, I want to make something clear. It's like I have been lucky. I haven't been hurt. I've talked about this before. I haven't been hurt or attacked because I've been trans. I mean, I've been insulted. I'll go over what happened on the bus one time on a later date, but I have been chased down the street by someone who may have been peaceful, but didn't seem to understand that I didn't want to talk to him. And when he started running, I started running, because when a man runs after you, look, when anyone runs after you say you're not interested, how do you respond? And then to sit and stand can be a risk. I'm a different person now. Perhaps now I would be more willing to stand my ground, but that's a decision everyone has to make at that time. So I've been very lucky, but not everyone is. I mean, we lose a lot of people every year to fear and to hatred, and it's very important that that we don't let it take over. So, I mean, tomorrow's the day of, and specifically that day, if you know a trans person, don't go, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, it must be so hard. Just go and say, hey, how you doing? Everything cool for you? Or offer to talk if they ever need to talk. Bake a muffin. Bring it to someone who could use it. Bring it to a trans person who could use it. We lack in love a lot of time. And any little show of support is so meaningful and so important in a world that is so often cold to us. I mean, we have a voice, and we are not stopping. We're not going to go away. We're not going to be quiet. We're not going to just let other people win. But if that means to allies or people who want to be allies, be there for us. If you see someone abusing someone else, say, hey, that's not cool. Or step in and say, hey, with the trans person goes, hey, come on, I'll walk you home. Be there for us. Like, you see something strange, call the authorities if you think it's safe to. Call the authorities to break up something that you see happening. Or if you see, do what you can. Don't do something stupid, but do what you can. Be there for these people. Be there for us. For trans people, for my fellow trans people, I mean, you're not alone. None of us are really alone. There's a whole community out there, and we need you. We love you, and we want you, stay with us as tough as it can get, and as tough as the next couple of years might be. Like, be here. There is a world of world out there, and it's everything. There's joy and sadness and life and everything, and it is so much better the more of us that are here. We already lose so many every year. The number 293 doesn't seem like all that much, but to put in perspective, there are 300 million something people in the U.S. Out of the entire U.S., there are roughly 1 million documented trans people. That's less than 1%. I believe that's less than 1/3% of the people of this country. And so, we need all the allies we can get, and we need you to listen. When we say, I am hurting, and we say I feel unsafe, please find out why we feel that way. Don't just say, no, that's not what's happening. Find out why we feel this way, and then talk to us. Like say, it's like, look, it'll, you're okay. I mean, be a safe place for people. It's just so important that we have places to go, that we have allies, and that we're here for each other, and that none of us give up. So this was a very somber video because it's a very somber subject. The Trans Day of Remembrance is really emotional. So there is a thing where we have to celebrate ourselves too, and we have to show the world that we are good people. And please, world, listen. We're good. We're just people. We're good people, and we will celebrate alongside you just like anybody else. It's a tough time coming up, so what I really want to see from all of us is positive voices. Let's send good message out there so that everyone knows that we can be better and good to one another. That we can be a community and love each other and ourselves. And then we don't have to hurt each other. Okay, I'm gonna stop now because I have makeup on, and if I tear up, I'm gonna be all a mess, and no one wants to see that. Alright, I love you, my droplets. Bye.